Hi, I'm Mika Truman, and welcome to my Patreon, my YouTube channel. Welcome to Frankincense School of Mystical Arts, and you can always find me there. It's fsma.life. I'm also on MeWe and Rumble. So I thought I would take a look at what does April hold? What's going on with April? What do we need to know? And I inquired from Spirit, what does he wish for the people to actually know? And Spirit was showing me that April is going to be a very interesting month. It's going to be very dynamic, full of different messages, information, exposure. This feels like that it may be the time that we've been waiting for, to be totally honest with you. They're showing me that this month, and even within the next 2 weeks, we could very well see military on the rise. I see military, and this is throughout the world, but I see a lot of military movement. And I do get where it looks like that the military, but then military throughout the world, where a different announcement is being made. I do get also about, we could even see where the military is giving orders, where they are kind of taking charge and they're letting you know that they may be in charge. I do see that. And I do get that it looks like I do see the uprise within the people. And I've been talking about this for so long, and I know all of you are like, oh my gosh, here she goes again. I know, I'm with you. But April feels like it's the month. April feels like it's time. And I get a lot of energy as far as even within the next 2 weeks, everything starting to really unfold. Lots of different secrets that are going to come out. Lots of different new information. We could even see like cyber attacks. So make sure your stuff is backed up, because I do get something on the internet, because I see this worm, and I even did a video talking about how I see this worm, and this worm is like cyber warfare, that everything is going to be turned off and you lose everything. So I know it's really weird, and I'm not sure if it's where we switch over to the new power grid or whatever it is, but have your stuff backed up. It's always a good idea anyway. So, but I do see a lot of energy around that as far as protection and stuff on the internet and this kind of thing. Spirit's been showing me a lot about banking, and it's been showing me a lot about where we may be headed towards different money system. But I just want you to know that I honestly have been shown that whatever this new money system is going to be, that it's going to be switched out. I don't see you really losing all of your money, even though we may go through a point where either you can't get loans, they're not giving out loans anymore, the banks are not giving out any money. There may be a window where we're in this pause and people are like, okay, my ATM card doesn't work. What's seriously going on here? We may go through a moment where we may see that kind of energy. So just heads up on that. I do get that we also have where there could be threats of attacks. I don't really get a big major attack. Is what I get is that it's going to be more information that's being exposed that is going to create major high emotions. There is always going to be one side or the other where they're going to be upset because, one, they're going to feel like betrayed, lied to. They're going to be mad about that. They're going to be angry about it. It's not going to sit well with people. And you remember when you first started to hear certain information, it made you kind of sit back in your seat and kind of feel like, okay, what? I've been lied to for how many years? Oh, birth? Oh, okay. And it maybe lies about everything, just not one thing. Spirit's showing me it could be lies about everything, every belief system that you ever have been told, maybe backwards. what you believe has been true may actually really be false, and what may be false may be true. So if you look at life as it's backwards, you may see things in a real interesting perspective, an interesting point of view. So kind of keep your eye on that and help all of those who are really, they're not really woke up. There are some out there, and I see them going into denial and going into the space of there's no way, that is impossible. Then they're going to switch over to the other space where they're going to get mad. And it's almost like this is the normal steps of progression, is we go through the shock of it where we have to kind of sit back and we have to absorb it. Then we kind of get mad and get angry. And I do get you have every right to be angry, but really, we just need to move forward. What's next? Going backwards and revisiting all of that isn't going to work for us. It's not. It's not going to serve us in any way whatsoever. So the best way is what's next? What are we going to do next? How are we going to come together on the planet? How are we going to build greater relations? And when is it going to happen? I get you're going to start seeing this progression start and begin, where everybody is going to really start coming together collectively on the planet, and we're going to start to love one another and have compassion, because you're all going to go through the exact same thing. It's no longer as in the neighbor next door, yeah, they lost their job, they're going through a hard time. No, it's going to be, everybody's going to be going through the exact same thing. And as you go through the exact same thing, you start to develop and realize compassion, because they're going through the exact same thing that you are. And it's going to bring a oneness on the planet. It's going to pull us all together. And it's going to create this healing that I see very strongly, that is going to be very nurturing, loving, and embracing. So that is going to be good. There's still going to be different talks of the help and assistance around these alien races, the North and the South Poles. We also have even energy coming from different planets. And have they been around the whole time? They very well could have. And so I see proof of that coming up. Watch also, I want all of you to take care of yourselves. Pay attention to your heart, because I get within the heart is we may start seeing a lot of heart attacks, heart failures, heart stopping, and even stroke. So be mindful of your health. If things start to get intense and a little bit crazy and it's almost too much for you to wrap yourself around, walk away, come back. Go into that calming, soothing, meditative place. Go outside, put your feet in the dirt. Yeah, get grounded. Because we may see a lot of heart attacks within the next year. Because heart is pain. And it's hurt. And it's feeling confused, neglected. Where you thought you had security wasn't security. It's your foundation of who you are. And so be careful of your heart. Heart is where we love. We love unconditional. And where we feel like that we depended on certain people to have our back and we believed in them. It may affect our heart, as in us feeling rejected. And I never really had the stability that I thought I really did. And it could be devastating to some because the foundation is rocked. The security that you thought you had may be null and void. And then you're going to wonder, well, then who can I depend on? Who can I rely on? Source, God, yourself. That's who you rely on. And that may be a little bit difficult for the moment. But nurture your heart. Because it's like heartbreak, like devastation, shocked. So be mindful, please. And be mindful of those that have heart issues, conditions, high blood pressure, all of this. Be there for them. We're entering into a time where it's going to be about everyone else and not about you. And it's going to be about anything that we can do to help one another and love them. Be mindful of those crazy storms. We're entering into a point. Crazy, crazy storms, crazy weather. The one thing about it is that I really hope that we have a good harvest. And I really am kind of thinking maybe not. And so that's a concern of mine, is our food supplies. And if you can grow a garden, grow a garden. Just do it. And not because, yeah, we're going to live on it. No, because you have a fresh tomato. Because I do get the weather patterns could be so crazy, hot, cold, winter, it's snowing too, it's like 100 outside, that quick and fast. So be mindful of that. The media and the lies. There is going to be like 2 media sources. Nobody's going to know which one to turn to. You're going to trust your intuition. I get lots of blaming everybody, blaming Trump, blaming Biden. We're blaming everybody. So kind of be mindful of that, because now is the time not to get involved in that. Now is the time to just listen and absorb the truth. And I really get it's going to be shocking. It's going to be heart-wrenching. See, it's the heart. So be mindful with all of that and just trust your intuition and just absorb. You don't have to make any harsh decisions on anything. But please know, I get your money is going to be safe. I really do get that it is. It may be in pause for a moment, and then it's going to turn around and change. And even though you may not be able to go get a loan, it'll be okay. Just take a pause. So please, I just want you to know we're in this middle of this major transition, and I do get high emotions and rumors and what's true and what isn't. And was there attacks? Was there not attacks? I get all kinds of information. You're not going to know what's true and what's not. So trust your intuition on who to follow, who to believe, and what media source and media outlet is right. Because I get you're going to get lots of way swayers. Come over here, and you're going to be like, I don't know where to go. You can listen a little bit of this one, a little bit of this, and then trust your intuition. And that's where you'll get the greatest clarity ever. And I do want you to just kind of just take a moment, because April's going to be intense. I get lots of emotions, crazy emotions. And I just want you not to get caught up in that, because that won't be good. Remember how I said stay away from the waters, be aware of the waters and the boats and all that, because I get the waters and the information within the waters could really pick up. I get there's a whole other world over there underneath all that water and a whole lot of movement. And I get even that is going to start to come out. We haven't even tapped into the knowledge of underneath the waters yet. Just wait. There's a whole other city under there. So anyway, I love you all. Please, if you like and enjoy this video, share it with your friends and your families. Subscribe. You can always find me on MeWe, Rumble, Patreon, the YouTube membership platform, and always on fsma.life. So until next time, take care.